It says in Acts 13:22, after he had removed him, he raised up David to be their king, concerning whom we also testified and said, I have found David, the son of Jesse, a man after my heart, who will do all my will. From the descendants of this man, according to promise, God has brought to Israel a Savior, Jesus. Acts 13, verses 22 through 23. So Paul begins by talking about David. David being the person through whom God is going to rule. But then we see again the allusion to the Davidic covenant, the promise that one of David's descendants is going to rule as the king. And we can see here Paul quite clearly saying in verse 23, from the descendants of this man, from the descendants of David, a human being, we have Jesus, someone who has been brought to Israel by God. So the descendant of David is not God. The descendant of David is Jesus, the Savior that God has brought to Israel. So Jesus is not God. He's distinguished from God. But again, Jesus is a lineal descendant of David. He's a human being.
Yes, the genealogy of Jesus in Matthew chapter 1 makes it very clear that Jesus, according to his human nature, was a descendant of David. But in his divine nature, Jesus is so much more than a descendant of David. According to Mark 14, verse 61 and 62, Jesus is the Messiah. So in Mark 12, verse 35 to 37, Jesus refutes the Pharisees for teaching that the Messiah is the son of David. Because how can the divine Messiah be the son of David when David himself in Psalm 110 says about him, the Lord said to my Lord, sit at my right hand until I put your enemies under your feet. Jesus is the Messiah, and according to Jesus himself, the Messiah is Lord. So Jesus is Lord and not just a human being.